Steve Lepper, Chocoholic and Chief Taster here at Chocolate.com. And we're about to make the first layer of our Christmas peppermint bark. This is a great and really easy recipe. I prepared some dark chocolate here in the tempering machine. This is actually our organic 65% fair trade dark chocolate. It's my favorite. That's why I want to use this as the base, the dark chocolate on the base. After this is set, we're going to add white chocolate with peppermint oil and small pieces of peppermint candy. Actually, we're going to take candy canes and break them up and put it right into the bark. But that's the next step. First, let's add some chocolate. We've got a non-stick pan. This happens to be a pan made by Nordic Ware that I'm using right now. And I'm just going to coat the pan with a layer of dark chocolate. And I'm not putting very much on here. I just want enough to coat the chocolate on the pan. And I want to do this as quickly as I can, get it in the refrigerator to set for that very first layer. Now here's the beauty of it. You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect layer, but you want it to definitely be as thin as you can get it on this first layer. Otherwise your bark's going to be pretty thick. I'm going to tap this, number one, to get air bubbles out, but also it's going to help to level it out. I'm going to shake it. And that tapping is definitely going to get those air bubbles out. So we have a really nice, level, even, smooth, creamy, wonderful chocolate layer. And if I have gotten chocolate up on the edges, don't worry about that at this point. We can deal with that. Okay, this is ready to go in the fridge. We're going to put it in the fridge for about 15 or 20 minutes, just till it's set. Then it's ready to come out. It can sit at room temperature at that point until we're ready to do step 2 with the white chocolate on top. For our peppermint bark, we're going to start with some candy canes. We had a box of a dozen candy canes. I just took 5 out, opened them up, took them out of the wrappers, and by hand broke them into smaller pieces and put them in this Ziploc baggie. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break them up a little bit smaller. We're going to use, just wrap it in the kitchen towel and use the slide of the mallet, a little meat tenderizing mallet. And this will just break them up. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, much better. A little bit more. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I am going to take some of our white chocolate from the tempering machine and put it in this little bowl on the side, and then I'm going to add some flavoring oil. I'm going to add some peppermint flavoring oil for our peppermint bark. If I make a little mess, again, okay, because I do that a lot. Now I put this plate on top of a heating pad to help keep the chocolate warm and in a melted state. And I'm going to add about 4 drops of the peppermint oil. Let's make it 5. And we're good to go. We need to stir that in really good. This stuff is really very, very concentrated. But that will definitely give us that peppermint flavor throughout the white chocolate. Smell it. It smells great. Okay, now I've got our plate with our dark chocolate, which is the base, and we're going to pour this white chocolate on top and spread it out quickly. get all those air bubbles out. Once we've got it, we want to level it out. We're going to start tapping the chocolate and tapping the tray to get the air bubbles out. Okay, I'm starting to spread out the crushed peppermint, and I'm going to have just a light amount all over the surface. What's nice is when you do have a little bit of powder, that it does give you the nice color, the red color of the cake. Beautiful. But another Okay, we've taken our bark, our peppermint bark, out of the refrigerator, and you can see that it's beautiful. It's set perfectly. Now, I left it accidentally in the refrigerator a little bit too long, but that's okay. Don't worry. I took it out. I let it sit at room temperature, and if you do leave it in for longer than 20-25 minutes, or even half an hour or an hour, or let's say you go to bed and you leave it in all night, that's okay. Take it out. Let it sit on your countertop. That's just fine. If there's any condensation, you can put paper towels down on the top of it. The chocolate is set. It's hard. It's not going to melt or do anything like that, but if there is any condensation, you want to absorb that off. So if you lay paper towels on top of the finished product, it will just, you don't even need to tap them down or anything. It will absorb any moisture. In this case, there was absolutely no moisture, and it came out perfectly beautiful. What we're going to do is we're going to demold. And this is a really simple process. I put on my white cotton candy maker gloves because when I start touching the product, I don't want the heat from my fingers to create any type of a fingerprint in the finished product. So with this, I can simply turn it upside down, and it actually just comes right out of the molded piece. Now, we have a little bit on the back side. We have a little bit of the white chocolate, flakes of the white chocolate, from the edges that have fallen onto the bark. If we desire, we can brush that off with our fingers. And now we have our two-tiered peppermint bark. And all I'm going to do is I'm simply going to break this up into smaller random sized pieces, and I'm going to put them in boxes and great gifts, or for your family, whatever you want to do with it. I'm just going to take it and break it into smaller pieces. And don't worry, you may have a situation where the two layers of chocolate may even delaminate from each other. That's okay. It all will look beautiful when you put it in the box. And some of the candies may fall off. That's okay too. Overall, you've got plenty on there. I don't think anybody's going to complain. Okay, I've taken a piece of dry wax tissue paper and put it into the box, folded it into the box to act as a liner, and now I'm going to simply add the random pieces that we've broken up of the peppermint bark into the box and make it nice for a little gift. This really is a fast, easy, and a tremendously delicious way to give a gift. And the fact that you made it yourself, they're going to be so impressed. Overfilled a little bit, so I'll take a piece out. That one I'll eat myself. After you've wrapped, what you want to do is you definitely want to take a ribbon or any type of a wrap and give it a little bit more flair, a little bit more design than just having a simple box. But it's as easy as that. And hopefully that will stay put. I may need to put a little piece of tape because I still overfilled it a little bit. And let's give it a whirl. Be sure to visit us at chocolate.com.